What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another one of Hoggie's beer reviews. It's another quick review on the webcam, and this is just a review that I wanted to knock out before this beer sat any longer in my fridge. From Chicago, from the Pipeworks Brewing Company, this is Ubiquitous Pale Ale. 7.5% alcohol by volume. This is a 22-ounce bomber of Ubiquitous Pale Ale. Now, this was sent to me by my buddy Nick, aka Durchii, here on YouTube. He wanted to send me something from the Chicago area, a local craft brew from the Chicago area. And I actually was going to review this months ago. I've been sitting on it for months. Unfortunately, having a kid throws a monkey wrench in your plans, but before it got any later, I wanted to review the brew, let you guys know what's up with Pipeworks, in case you're in the Chicago area or you have access to their beers. So, Tommy Knockers from Colorado, go figure. But Tommy Knockers brewery glass here, Yingling opener, Ubiquitous from Pipeworks, and let's just see what's up. Now, I do have it open on Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. Not a lot of reviews on either one. This is a local beer, not available nationwide, not a very wide distribution network for them apparently. And got some head on the pour there. It may have to do with how long I've been sitting on this beer. Never intended to sit on it for as many months as I have, but Beer Advocate, out of 34 total ratings, it scores an 89. Pipeworks Brewing Company, Illinois, American Pale Ale at 7.5 ABV. And apparently it's a rotating brew, so says Beer Advocate. Jumping over to Rate Beer, 34 total ratings. Out of 34, it scores a 94. They categorize it as an IPA out of Chicago, Illinois. And again, 7.5 alcohol by volume. So that's pretty much what's known about this beer. I had never heard of Pipeworks until he offered to send me something from them. But yeah. It is kind of a simple but cool looking label, standard bomber, and 7.5 for a pale, for a hoppy pale, I guess, if Red Beer considers it an IPA. Let's just see what it's all about. It smells citrusy. Hint of sweet malt. There's some underlying caramel, but this is kind of a bittersweet kind of citrusy hop. Very appealing. It smells good. Alright, well, I'm tempted to top it off, just for the love. I am kind of anal about, trying to get the perfect pour and get the head right at the rim of the glass there. How's that looking? Okay, so to my buddy Nick, thank you for sending me the beer, and let's see what Ubiquitous is all about. It smells good. Pale ale my ass. This is an IPA. And I'm really glad that it hasn't really faded much in the time I've had it, because this thing tastes fresh and it tastes hoppy. Resinous, piney grapefruit, and it hits you right away. I mean, the color, ooh, and it's hazy as shit. This is not a filtered beer. This almost looks like a dark Heffy. And not dark by much. It's not a dunkel. It's just slightly darker than normal. It's got kind of it's a standard, baseline amber color, man. But it's thick, rich, hazy. And that head is frothy, rocky. This is a good damn beer. Now, it's a little thin, mouthfeel wise, it's a little thin. I don't want to say thin, it's light. It's not a rich malt heavy beer. It's not a really rich body. But then again, for 7.5, the way I see beers, the way I like my hoppy beers and my IPAs, I love this. This is great. Lingering grapefruit, kind of a mandarin orange, hints of pine, resinous on the finish. Medium to light body, not a heavy malt presence, which may bother some. I love it because it's still not watery and thin. I had an IPA the other day that, while it was nice and hoppy, the body was thin and sharp. And you don't want that. You want something more well-rounded. And this is well-rounded. I like this. If I'm ever in the Chicago area, and I would like to travel to that area at some point, I had a friend from Chicago who told me many, many stories about Chicago and specifically the Northwest Side. But it is a metropolis. You know, it really is one of America's great cities. I'd love to go there, and when I do, I will seek out a fresh Ubiquitous from Pipeworks. If this, sitting on my shelf for months, if this is an example of what they can do, I would love to taste it fresh. As far as pale ale / IPA go, this is almost a glass full. 7.5%. The alcohol, you don't really note it. It's the kind of beer I like. I'm partial to this style of beer, very hoppy with not as rich or malty a body, and that's personal preference. So to be fair, I won't give it a complete glass full because I know some people would prefer something a little richer at 7.5. But this is a very, 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 very strong glass half full. And I'll leave it at that. Once again, Nick, thank you for sending me the beer. Shouts out to everybody at Pipeworks Brewing Company. They're doing something right, and I hope their distribution widens and they get bigger. And I'll leave it at that. To everybody in the Chi-Town, much love. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. And remember, Hoggie's Beer on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and hoggiesbeer.com. Peace.